Hello students, today start the another topic, degree of ionization. In last lecture we already started the third chapter is ionic equilibrium. So in ionic equilibrium it is totally based on the formation of ions in an aqueous medium by the species. So when equilibrium is established, that time it is the same concentration of ionized and unionized species. So this is a ionic equilibrium. We also discussed there is a electrolyte and non-electrolyte. Electrolyte means a species which has capable to conduct the electricity due to presence of ion in aqueous medium. And non-electrolyte means there is no electricity conducted by the species in aqueous medium due to absence of their ion. So electrolyte solutions are further divided into three types: strong electrolyte, weak electrolyte and moderate electrolyte. Strong electrolyte means if species almost ionized, almost 100% ionized in an aqueous medium called as strong electrolyte. For example, HCl, HNO3, H2SO4 is the acids, NaCl is the salt, KOH, NOH are the bases. Moderate means it near about 50% ionized in aqueous medium. Okay, and third one is weak electrolyte means only up to 5% ions are produced in aqueous medium by species is the weak electrolyte because less number of ions produced in aqueous medium. For example, acetic acid. So today we are going to start the degree of ionization. Before that, we try to understand what is the meaning of ionization. So ionization means if the electrolyte when in aqueous medium it split into negatively charged and positively charged particles, means formation of cation and anion by the species in a aqueous medium called as ionization. So what is ionization? Ionization or it is a dissociation. Ionization or dissociation means formation of cation and anion in an aqueous medium. So negatively charged and positively charged species are produced when electrolyte substances dissolve into water in an aqueous medium is the ionization, is the dissociation. Okay, so what is the degree of dissociation? So for that, how ionization takes place? Suppose we consider NaCl is the solid. NaCl is the solid, and when we dissolve into water in aqueous medium, H2O. So what happened here? Here is the formation of cation and anion. So NaCl produce here Na plus, which is in aqueous medium, plus Cl minus again in aqueous medium. So this is the example. Another example, suppose magnesium chloride is considered plus H2O in a liquid condition. H2 is a liquid and magnesium chloride is the solid. So it establish equilibrium as Mg2 plus in an aqueous medium plus 2Cl minus produced. So this is the dissociation, this is the ionization. So what is the degree of dissociation? What is the degree of ionization? So the ions which are produced means there is ionization of electrolyte gives two things. Suppose we consider NaCl, this example, NaCl ionized into Na plus and Cl minus. So here we represented this reaction in an equilibrium form because of when this is unionized converts into ionized, same time some ionized species means ions back into unionized form. So NaCl converts into Na plus Cl minus, same time some ions also again back into NaCl. So it is the ionization, it is an unionization. So a point at which there is a equilibrium is established, in that time there is no further ionization is happen or no further unionization is happen. That means a particular point at which the concentration or number of molecule of NaCl remains constant, unchanged, as well as the number of ions means Na plus or Cl minus also same unchanged. So no further ionization or unionization happen is the equilibrium point, and we call it is the ionic equilibrium. It is the ionic equilibrium. So what is the meaning of degree of ionization? So suppose we consider NaCl or MgCl2, there is some molecules are here. Some molecules are here. Suppose here 100 molecules are present. Out of that 100, some molecules are ionized. Means some molecules of NaCl converts into Na plus and Cl minus. So fraction of molecules are split into cation and anion. So this is the degree of ionization. So degree of the fraction of total number of molecules of the electrolyte that split into cation and anion is the degree of dissociation, is the degree of ionization. So how do we calculate degree of dissociation and degree of ionization? So degree of dissociation or ionization is equal to it is represented as alpha is equal to, so here number of molecule ionized, number of molecule ionized upon total number of molecules, total number of molecules. Okay, so degree of ionization we can calculate how many number of molecules are ionized out of total number of molecule which is we dissolved. So it has observed every substance has different degree of ionization because it has different tendency to converts into ions, to formation, to produce the ions. So NaCl has different degree of ionization. MgCl2 has different degree of ionization because here there is the formation of ions, their tendency, their ability is different. That's why degree of dissociation or degree of ionization of molecules are different. So it is the degree of dissociation. So basically degree of dissociation increases when we make a more dilution. Solution जेवढं dilute करत जाऊ आपण तेवढं ionization काय होत जाणार आहे, वाढत जाणार आहे. कारण की solution ionization depends on their concentration. We will discuss in next point some factors affecting on degree of dissociation or degree of ionization. So in a dilute solution it is observed there is a more degree of ionization as compared to concentrate solution. There are several factors we will discuss in next part. So next point is there is a factors affecting on degree of dissociation, degree of ionization. So factors affecting on degree of ionization means every substance has different tendency to produce the ions. Again, degree of ionization also depends on several factors, several conditions. So we're going to discuss it. So first is nature of electrolyte. Nature of electrolyte. Okay, so we know the electrolytes has three types: strong, weak and moderate. What is the meaning of strong, weak and moderate? Their ability to produce the ions means if the strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte, if we consider, both has different degree of ionization. Why? Strong produce more ions means more the degree of ionization, more degree of ionization. Why? Because of more number of ions are produced, that means more degree of dissociation, more degree of ionization. Weak has less number of ions produced, by the weak electrolyte, that means here less degree of dissociation or ionization, less degree of ionization. It is the first factor. So nature of electrolyte decide how much degree of dissociation or degree of ionization is there. So it depends on how many number of ions produced by the species. So strong electrolyte always has the more degree of dissociation as compared to the weak electrolyte. It is a first factor. Second is nature of solvent. Nature of solvent. Nature of solvent. You know, when we dissolve any species in to make a solution, we need the solvent. So solvent which is species which is capable to dissolve it a substances, solute is dissolved in it. So it is a larger proportion of the solution. Solute in a small proportion and always solvent in a larger proportion. Solvent has different types, means polar solvents, non-polar solvents. So polar solvent has high dielectric constant value as compared to non-polar solvent. Means suppose we consider water or you consider the benzene. So benzene is organic solvent, it is a non-polar. Water is the inorganic solvent, it is a universal solvent, it is the polar in nature. So depending on ability, and always when any substances which is ionized, it is the ionic substance. Substance is ionic, substance is polar. So polar dissolve into polar. So like dissolve into like means, so suppose any species which is electrolyte, it always refer the polar solvent for the better solution, better solubility, better dissociation, better ionization. Means nature of solvent also decide the degree of ionizations. For example, suppose you take a NaCl and it dissolve into water. Second case, you dissolve NaCl into kerosene, petrol or diesel or in a benzene. So both has different tendency to produce the ion because solvent nature is different. Means in water, NaCl is more dissolved, more ions are produced as compared to in a benzene. Because of benzene has lower dielectric constant as compared to water. Water is more polar than benzene. NaCl is ionic compound. So electrolytes are basically ionic. They are dissolved into solvents, means produce the ions. So those solvent which has high dielectric constant always shows the high ionization, high degree of ionization. So for that comparison, we choose the same solute, but we here replace the solvents, changes the solvents when we are going to try to understand what is the degree of dissociation or degree of ionization. Simple, high dielectric solvents like water shows high degree of ionization than the solvent which having low dielectric constant, means low polarity, like a benzene. So water, in water substances shows high degree of ionization than the benzene. Third is concentration. Third is concentration. So it is a third. So concentration also influence on the ionization. Means more concentration, that means it if dissociation ionization of electrolyte increases with increase the dilution. So dilution means what? If dilution increases, concentration decreases. Suppose for that, suppose you take 10 gram NaCl, dissolve into 50 ml water, okay, and again you consider 10 gram NaCl, but here you dissolve into 100 ml water. So here there is a more dilution because here the proportion of solute particles and solvent particle is less. That means it is the more dilute solution, more dilute. Here is a less dilute. So more dilute solution always shows high degree of dissociation, high degree of ionization. What is the reason? Suppose you consider these two. There is a two containers. You consider here, this is the 50 ml. Here is the 100 ml. Okay. So same number of molecules present here, but the volume is different. solvent volume is different. That means here the anion and cations are more close together. Anion and cation are more close together. That means here attractive force between the cation and anion is more. Attractive force between cation and anion is more as compared to this one here, because of due to larger volume. So more solvent molecules. Suppose here is the anion, here is the cation. So between that solvent molecules are more. Here is the anion, here is the cation. So here less number of solvent molecule between them. So here is a more attraction, here is a less attraction. More attraction, that means they again combine together and back into NaCl uncombined state. Here, due to larger number of molecules here, their tendency to combine together and back into uncombined state, there is a less attraction here, means less combined together, less number of molecules are combined, ions combined together. So here to back into uncombined state, here is a less number of ions combined in back into uncombined state. So basically here more number of anions or cation and anions are back into uncombined state. That means here less number of ions available, but here more number of ions available due to less attractive force. So for the better, here is a less attractive force, more attractive force means less repulsive force. Here is the more less attractive force means more repulsive force, and the ions which are produced, they remains in a ions form, require the repulsive force. ते एकमेकांना लांब जेवढे असतील, रिपल्शन जेवढं असेल त्यांच्यामध्ये तेवढं ते एकमेकांपासून लांब असणार आहेत, म्हणजे ते क्लोज येणार नाही, कंबाईन होणार नाहीत, म्हणजे बॅक इनटू अनकंबाईन स्टेट होणार नाही. सो नंबर ऑफ आयन्स मोर हिअर ॲज कम्पेअर्ड टू दिस. सो मोर नंबर ऑफ आयन्स मीन्स मोर डिग्री ऑफ आयोनायझेशन. So in a dilute solution there is observe more degree of ionization as compared to less dilute. So more concentration increases, degree of ionization decreases. Concentration decreases, degree of ionization increases. So it is a third factor which are responsible. Next one is fourth one, temperature. So temperature is very essential. Temperature is very essential. So when any ion is produced, suppose NaCl dissolve into water, so that time we need some temperature, some energy. Okay, and you know when we given the temperature, the ionic bond which are easily breaks and they converts into ions. Suppose NaCl, it converts into Na plus Cl minus. Okay, so at room temperature they normally form ions. Suppose we provide the temperature, the ionic bond between them easily break out and they easily converts into ions. Means with temperature increases, the ability of solute to formation of or ability of species to convert into ions is increases. So temperature increases, degree of ionization also increases. Temperature increase झालं का more number of ions produce होतील, आणि जेवढे आयन जास्त प्रोड्यूस झाले तेवढं डिग्री ऑफ आयोनायझेशन इन्क्रीज होईल. सो टेम्परेचर ऑलवेज इन्क्रीजेस डिग्री ऑफ आयोनायझेशन. अँड लास्ट वन इज प्रेझेन्स ऑफ कॉमन आयन. Presence of common ion. What is the meaning of common ion? We will discuss this concept in detail in later part of the chapter, but here common ion means what? Suppose you consider NH4OH. NH4OH means if you dissolve ammonia into, for the example is, okay, ammonium hydroxide, okay, NH4OH, it converts into NH4 plus OH minus. In given solution, if we add NH4Cl, so what happen? Again NH4Cl, NH4 plus Cl minus, so it also produce NH4 plus Cl minus. If we add the NH4Cl into NH4OH, so this NH4 plus is common. So this is a common ion. This is the common ion. So what happened here? After that, the resulting species is only NH4 plus OH minus plus Cl minus. Okay, NH4 plus is the common. So the concentration of cation is increases. If concentration of cation is increases, it increases their attractive force and they attract the Cl and OH minus, Cl and OH minus strongly, and once they attract with NH4 plus due to increase their concentration due to common ion, they come back into NH4OH plus NH4Cl, come back into NH4OH and NH4Cl. That means the number of ions which is produced is decreases. So degree of dissociation also decreases because they reduce the common ion, reduce the tendency. आता इथं कॉमन आयन कोण होतं NH4OH, NH4Cl आणि NH4OH मध्ये कॉमन आयन होता NH4 प्लस. पण असं पण करू शकतो की NH4OH मध्ये जर आपण KOH टाकला तर काय होईल? Who is common ion? Here hydroxide ion is the common ion. So their concentration increases, again they come back. So always if we add the common ion decreases the degree of dissociation, degree of ionization. So this is all about the factors affecting on degree of ionization. It is very easier, just try to understand how actually process कशी होते. आयोनायझेशन नंबर ऑफ आयन्स लक्षात ठेवायचं. नंबर ऑफ आयन्स वाढतील का कमी होतील? जेवढे नंबर ऑफ आयन्स वाढणार तेवढं डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन वाढणार. मग स्ट्रॉंग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट नंबर ऑफ आयन्स वाढवतं. पोलर सॉल्व्हंट असेल किंवा डायलेक्ट्रिक सॉल्व्हंट असेल नंबर ऑफ आयन्स वाढतात. लेस कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन सोल्युशन असेल तर नंबर ऑफ आयन्स मेंटेन असतात जास्त, ते बॅक होत नाही. थर्ड हाय टेम्परेचर वाढलं का आयोनिक कंपाऊंडचं इझिली ब्रेकडाऊन होतं आणि ते आयन्स इझिली प्रोड्यूस करतात. अगेन डिग्री ऑफ आयोनायझेशन वाढणार आहे. थर्ड हाय लास्ट वन इज अ कॉमन आयन. कॉमन आयन इन्सर्ट केल्यामुळे जो तिथं कटायन असेल किंवा अनायन असेल, जो कॉमन असेल दोघांमध्ये, त्याचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन वाढणार आणि कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन वाढलं का अट्रॅक्टिव्ह फोर्स जास्त इन्फ्लुएन्स करणार आणि अट्रॅक्टिव्ह फोर्स वाढला का लगेच ते जे कटायन जास्त असेल तर उरलेले अनायन त्याला अट्रॅक्ट करतील, अनायन जास्त असेल तर कटायन त्याला अट्रॅक्ट करतील आणि ते कम बॅक करतील अनआयोनाइज्ड फॉर्ममध्ये. म्हणून नंबर ऑफ आयन्स तिथं कमी होणार, म्हणजे डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन तिथं रिड्यूस होणार आणि कमी होणार. सो देयर इज द फॅक्टर्स. So next point we're going to discuss here is the ionization constant of weak acids. Ionization constant of weak acids. Okay, so weak acid is considered we're going to discuss the ionization constant of weak acid. What is a weak acid and what is a strong acid? Acid is the substance which has tendency to donate the H plus ion in aqueous medium according to Arrhenius theory, and the base is the substance which produces the hydroxide ion in aqueous medium is the base according to Arrhenius theory. So strong and weak is the strength which depends on how easily produce the H plus ion or how easily produce the OH minus ions, that will decide the strength of the acid or bases. So on that basis we classify acids as a strong acid and weak acid. Suppose we consider HA is the acid. HA is the acid and it dissociate into aqueous medium. It ionize into aqueous medium. So H2 is there. What happened here? Here is a formation of H3O plus and A minus. There is ions are, how ions are produced. आता तुम्ही म्हणणार की इथं H plus आणि A minus का नाही केलं? Because of here H plus is common, so lone pair of oxygen which attract the electrons, so it H2O converts into H3O plus and A minus is remain. So here basically it acid. It is the acid. When it converts into here, so basically here it is equal to H plus ion because a tendency of H3O plus is donate the H plus back. So in acid base reaction, suppose you consider this is the acid base reaction. So if there is an acid, water acts as a base. So if this is acid, it is a base. So base converts into conjugated acid. It is a conjugated acid, and acid converts into conjugated base. It is just for your information what is the meaning of conjugated acid and conjugated base. So suppose this is a simple reaction. So in that reaction, if we apply the law of equilibrium, So that time K is equal to, K is a equilibrium constant. So always it is the ratio of products upon product of reactants. So product is here H3O plus and A minus, and the reactant is HA and H2O. So the square bracket represent the species concentration mole per liter. The species concentration. So here the species expressed in the form of concentration. So the meaning of square bracket is it. But here water is the solvent which is present in large amount, in an excess amount. So for that their concentration is constant. So for water we consider small k is the constant. Small k is the constant which express the H2O, and H3O plus is always equal to the H plus ion concentration because it produces the H plus ion. So overall we consider K is equal to H plus A minus upon what remaining here HA, and for that we consider small k. We consider small k. This H plus means H3O plus because here this, if only H3O plus is there, water, and this water is in a large proportion, that means it considered as a K. So we taking the constant in one side. So here K plus small k is equal to what remain? H plus A minus upon HA. So we get this. So it is a first, it is a second equation, here is a first equation. So reaction is the first, it is the second. So we get the next equation, it is the third equation. It is the third equation. So here this also constant, this also constant. So product of constant always consider as a constant. So this K, capital K into small k is considered as a Ka, means it is the dissociation constant or ionization constant of acid. Okay, what remain there? H plus A minus upon HA. So this only depends on HA. There is no role of water because water is the solvent which is in a large amount, in an excess amount, so it taking as a constant. So only we consider HA. So HA converts into, basically you can write this reaction, HA is converts into H plus and A minus, right? So product upon reactant, so it is a product upon reactant. Okay, so this is the Ka, K is the H plus and A minus upon HA. So we get the another equation. So this is the equation number. This is the equation number third. So Ka is directly depends on concentration of H plus and concentration of A minus upon HA. Means how many number of H plus ions are produced by total concentration. Means what is the concentration of H plus and A minus upon concentration of reactant. This is the ionization constant of acid. So ionization constant of acid is depends on the molar concentrations of cation and anion, means molar concentration of H plus and A minus, as well as this is the number of molecules which are present there is the HA. HA चे किती molecules असतात unionized and ionized. So what is the concentration of H plus and A minus upon what is the concentration of unionized. So this is the ionized, this is the unionized. This will the equilibrium constant of the acid. So using this we can consider or we can calculate the dissociation constant or ionization constant. So this, it is just general representation. So for that we taking here simple example. Weak acid means acetic acid. So for that we consider acetic acid. So when acetic acid dissociate into plus H plus. Okay. So this is the dissociation of acetic acid. So what is the concentration? So concentration of acetic acid is considered as a C. So initial concentration is considered as a C is the concentration, but initially the concentration of acetate ion NH plus is 0. There is no dissociation. But at equilibrium, what is the concentration? So it is a 1 minus alpha. Alpha is the degree of dissociation. And here C is the concentration into alpha. C is the concentration into alpha. Alpha is the degree of dissociation, means how many number of ions are produced. Okay, suppose alpha is the number of ions produced by anion, alpha is the number of ions produced by cation, and their concentration is there. So C into alpha, C into alpha. So what remaining? If alpha is here produced, what remain? 1 minus alpha. Suppose one molecule is considered and 0.2, 0.3 is produced there, 0.2 is there, 0.2 is there. So 1 minus 0.2, so 0.8 is there. So 1 minus alpha is the unionized form of acetic acid. So at equilibrium, what is the concentration of acetic acid? It is a 1 minus alpha. Okay. What is the concentration? 1 minus alpha. What is the concentration of anion? It is the alpha. What is the concentration of cation? It is the alpha. So we consider this and we put these concentrations into law of equilibrium. So here Ka is equal to C alpha into C alpha upon C 1 minus alpha. C alpha into C alpha, then 1 minus alpha, because for that we use which? So K is equal to CH3 COO minus upon H into H plus upon CH3 COOH. So according to law of equilibrium, K is equal to product upon reactant. And what are the products? Acetate ion and H plus ion. Okay, so we already know the value at equilibrium, so we put this value here. So you write first equation, then you put the values here. So this is equal to C alpha, which is considered as a alpha square. So alpha square, C alpha square. So upon this is the 1 minus alpha, so 1 minus alpha. So K is equal to C alpha square, means concentration of cations upon concentration of species. So ionized species and unionized species, this is the K, this is the degree of dissociation of weak acid. So same way we are going to calculate in next lecture degree of ionization or dissociation for the weak base. Same thing is here. I already given to you the degree of dissociation of weak base in a notes. You just write, both are same. Both are same. Just what replace there? Here Ka replaced by Kb and the things are same. So we get the same. C alpha square 1 minus alpha for the, but what is the replace? What replace here? Ka by Kb. So it is a degree of dissociation of base. So you compare the both things. I repeat again. This is a simple reaction. This is the weak base, weak acid converts into ions. So initially the only concentration of acetic acid is there. So the concentration of ions are 0. But at equilibrium, some acetic ion molecules are converts into ions. So here, suppose we consider it is the alpha, because number of ions is the degree of dissociation. So alpha is degree of dissociation. So that makes some concentration. So C alpha is the concentration of ions at equilibrium. So at equilibrium, what is the concentration of acetic acid? So it is the total concentration minus the concentration of ions. We don't know what is the concentration. So 1 molar is considered. So 1 minus alpha is the concentration of unionized species. So for this equation, we use the law of equilibrium. K is equal to product of acetate ion into H plus upon acetic acid. Okay, this is the, so we put the value of this into given equation. So C alpha for this two, 1 minus alpha for this one. So this is a C alpha square, it is a 1 minus alpha is considered. So this is the dissociation constant of acid, same as you can calculate dissociation constant for the base. So we stop here. In next lecture we discuss the ionization constant of weak acid, weak base, and then later topics we are going to discuss in detail.